All right, let's check on Ranger Dog here. Let's see how this is all going. I've got chat looks like it's good. You guys can hear me. All right. Excuse me. I do not have much time, guys. I have been working a lot. I have been super busy, but I'm going to try to get some stuff done today and possibly work a little bit in my home lab here. We've got some stuff we need to work on around some of these images, and man, I got a lot of stuff to do. So I figured I'd at least hop on a little bit and hang out with you guys, tell you about our Discord, tell you guys about how you can come and hang out with us. This weekend we're having a huge kind of event for us. It's going to be about just 2 days of virtual talks, and we're going to have people in here. Hold on, let me pour some water in my cup here. 1 second. We're going to be just, having talks, and people are going to come and talk about different topics. One of the guys who's been streaming a lot more this week than I even have. Hey, Pessa, how's it going? Pessa's coming over here later. Maybe we'll Pessa, I was thinking about it. What we should do, we should try to get the wives downstairs talking, and we can come up and have a stream, and I could ask you questions like like we sometimes do where do I have it? I have my questions for people who visit. But if we don't have time for it, it's not a big deal. If we can just get the wives down there hanging out. What is it? Yeah, like questions for our guests. I'd do something like this. Yeah, Baraga, we've been running it for 10 years. We're going to be super busy with this weekend, guys. For people that want to hang out, Fisherman's going to come talk. I'm kicking it off with why engineering, and if you guys want to see how far this talk has been built, it is exactly this built. There's nothing in it yet. So, yeah, it's not there. I've done it all in my head though, so I'm going to work on it tonight. The why about engineering for us, the story is going to go something like this. It's going to be like, well, why engineering? Well, because they don't pay you for hacking. And then it's going to be like, well, and because we like getting paid. And then it's going to be like, well, because of engineering, or why engineering besides being like a researcher or a scientist? Well, science is awesome, and it explains a lot of the way that the world works, but engineering is putting science into practice. We build systems, we build engines, things that cycle through. And then it's like, well, since we understand things as systems, then, another why of engineering is, well, now we can figure out how something breaks because we understand how something's going. Just joined. It sounds like we're rounding up our wives and distracting them some more. Yeah, Fisherman, that's the plan. Pessa's coming over later. We're gonna hang out, and him and the wife are coming by. And if you guys don't know, so some of you guys are part of our Discord and hang out down there. Pessa just got his. Michael, he just got his. He just finished his bachelor's at WGU. So a lot of our guys have been working through WGU, and he just blasted through that program and finished it pretty quick. And now he's going to be working on his master's, so that's kind of cool. And if you guys don't know, I've worked with Michael, I don't know, probably on and off since maybe 2018, 2019. I also worked with his dad too, for that matter. But guys, yeah. So for people that are here hanging out and don't know me, I'm just a guy who does Linux on the internet, and I try to make other people do Linux on the internet. And our group has this huge event coming up this weekend. These are in my times, so in Phoenix time. But if you are in our Discord and you go up to events, it will show in your time. So look, we got 42 people saying they're coming. Maybe they'll actually hang out. But the point is, different talks are kicking off at pretty much every couple hours, every 3 hours all week, every 2 hours at this point, and then you get a little bit of a lunch and then some more. Fisherman's gonna come and talk about his AWS stuff, so that's gonna be all his stuff. Yeah, Baraga's been there since the beginning. He's one of the first. He's my brother, one, and two, he's one of the guys who's been with us since the beginning, and I think he's one of maybe the guys who would testify that this has helped him the most, because he came and just hung out with the group and learned how to do Linux, and then he ran off and he did, Linux and made a big career for himself, right? He's been doing Linux since maybe 2014 now. Is that right, Baraga? Yeah, because then you came over. You did that, and then you came over to AAA in 2016. Yeah, forever. He was there before I became a YouTube multimillionaire global sensation. Yeah. And Street Track over on the YouTube side, thanks for coming by. Yeah, we're just hanging out. And I had a couple of ideas for today. I was like, well, I'll just hop on and at least tell you guys. I meant to be doing this all week, guys, but I've been absolutely slammed at work. I've been working 12 to 14 hours a day at just my engineering job. Now you also got to figure I got an hour or two a day typically with the college, like where I'm teaching, as the, it's college stuff, grading papers. I have papers to grade right now that I'm blowing off, and and then I have my college that I'm going to, which is probably about 2 to 3 hours a day of writing, and I've been blowing that off a little bit, so I got to work on that a little bit. But yeah, look at this. We got all these guys coming. Man, these are all heavy hitters. Like I've been around. You guys know me, but I tell you guys, it's almost like how a coach is. If anybody here has kids, you guys know that like when you tell your kids something, they don't hear you because they've lived with you their whole lives. But when a coach tells them the exact same thing, it like just sticks, right? So I kind of feel like with me, you guys are just gonna be like, oh, that's Scott. Scott's a guy. He does Linux. He's mildly okay at it half the time, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm okay at Linux, right? But then like my brother Tommy's coming. Tommy is not Baraga. Baraga is a different brother. Timodius is gonna come down, and he's gonna talk about getting into data analytics and tell you guys all about what he does and how his job. And he's my brother who I think I've told you guys, I'd bet there's less than 100 people on planet Earth that could say that they've been their brother's college professor. He came through 2 of my college classes at DeVry years ago, and he went and got his degree, and then he got into data analytics, and he's been just knocking it out of the park the last few years there. And he'll tell you about how he did it and what he focuses on and what his job looks like, right? Pessa, who's in our chat right now and coming over to my house later with his wife, we hang out and game and stuff, the wives and yeah, and then like we were saying, distract the wives and go do fun stuff by ourselves. But he's going to come and talk about eBPF or whatever site reliability engineer talk that he wants to give. He's probably been here to talk to you guys at least a couple times on stream, and then he's been down in the Discord at least 2 or 3 times. He's came and talked about site reliability engineering, which he's a senior site reliability engineer where he's at. And then Robbie Reed's going to come by. He's a director of engineering at a pretty big company. I want to say they're a contracting firm that's been maybe, what do they have? I want to say like between like 200 and 300 people. They might have more though. You could ask him. But he's going to come and talk about CI/CD and DevOps, and then this big old long thing that he uses, the CMBTPDIDICO, which is just another acronym to make fun of acronyms, right? Then that'll be the first day, right? We'll get all done. We'll be done hanging out. I'll get off of here, and actually I'll be sitting in all the talks, but I'm going to be doing work on my time, because I got all this work to do. The second day is going to get kicked off with Fisherman. So Fisherman's going to come on around 12 o'clock his time. Yeah, Tomo. Yep. Tomo will be there. Look, Tomo's one of my, he's flexing his founder badge right there over on the Twitch side. That means he's one of the first 10 or something like that. I don't know. That's a flex right there whenever somebody pops up with a founder badge. And then Ben's going to come and talk data analytics. Not a lot of people have come to Ben's 2 talks. I'd say maybe only about 10 each time. But man, he talks really deeply about economics and data analytics and applying mathematics. He's a mathematician and an economics professor. He teaches both at the doctorate level. So he's a good friend of mine, teaches Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu too. Jared's going to come. Jared's always been a hit. People love Jared. He comes and talks about Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, tracking people around the internet and stuff. So yeah, if you guys want to come to any of these, they're all free this weekend down in our Discord. I'm going to record the ones that people let me record. Yeah, Fisherman, did you actually get to talk to Ben at all and meet him? He's tremendously, he's also got a Purple Heart and he's got a Bronze Star with Valor too. I don't think he mentions that very much though, but he's got a Bronze Star with Valor, which is impressive. He was injured in he's been to Iraq and Afghanistan. I've only ever been to Iraq, but he was injured. He broke his shoulder and his back. Jared, so Ben, Jared, and then Sending Ground. Sending Ground's going to close it all up. He's probably going to tell you guys some of his adventures in drinking and kind of that kind of stuff. And I say adventures in drinking. He's been posting stuff in the Discord around the beverages and things he likes to consume, which I think all the guys that post down in our beverages channel probably enjoy. Scotch or a bourbon every now and then or whatever. But he'll come in, he'll talk. He does systems engineering, and when he says scale, he's talking like hundreds of thousands of nodes. And he may even be up in the millions of nodes. The stuff he does, I'll let him tell you guys about it. I don't like you know, speaking for anybody here, but he works on the biggest platform of anybody that's been in this channel. 100%. There's nobody in this channel that's worked on a bigger platform than this guy. I'm positive of that. That's not a question. That's not me being like, oh, I've been on an 18,000 node cluster. I know. No. His stuff's bigger. His stuff is global worldwide leader stuff for global worldwide leaders that use his tool. So like his stuff is the highest stuff around. So and sending's just fun to listen to. We like and when he streams, we like going to his streams too, because he's a rock climber and a family of rock climbers, you know, that kind of stuff. So he'll tell you guys all about that stuff. But anyways, that stuff's coming up, and you guys are welcome to come hang out and do that stuff with us. So if I can get Pess on here later, if we can get the wives to let us run away to the office for a little bit, we will do that. But what else was I doing? So in the home lab, just today, I just went and grabbed a version of 8.8 Rocky Linux. And the reason is because I have this work to do with a customer next week. And the work with the customer, there's like 3 or 4 things to close out this work. And I'm not the one who did the contract. I wasn't there when it was decided. I think I've told you guys, sometimes I'm a closer. I'm like the guy who comes in and closes, finishes stuff up, completes projects. I'm the guy who, honestly, as an engineer, this is what we do. We solve problems, right? And one of the things I have to do is I'm in an air-gapped environment. I can't connect out to the internet where I'm going to be. So I have to get these last 2 tools on the system, OpenXDMod. This is a requirement for their system. And I need to get Open On Demand on there. And you say, well, that's easy. Look, you just install it. That's the prereqs, and that's the thing. Yeah, except I can't connect to the internet. So what I need to do is, in my home environment, we're using a Rocky 8.8 image. So what I need to do, and it's Rocky 8.8, but it's built through a tool called Bright Cluster, right? Like I can't tell you who this customer is and those kind of things, but I can tell you the technologies that I'm going to be building. So my plan for this looks kind of like this. In my environment here, I'm going to take one of my nodes, right? So I've got my nodes out here, and I'll take one like Rocky 5 here, and I'm just going to do a WWCTL node list, and then let's just say the one particular node that I want to see, which is Rocky 5-A, and I can see everything about it. But then I say like grep-i for container, and then here's my container name, which is my Rocky Linux 9 lab. Your FOM in this environment that I'm going to be building in, it will be isolated, yes. So what I'm doing outside here, and this is kind of like what we call like prep work as an engineer, I'm going to go and I'm going to build this container out right now. Actually, I'm going to show you guys real quick. WWCTL, those are Werewolf specific commands, right? WWCTL node. And I'm going to say, actually, let's say container list. And here's my containers, like you guys just saw a minute ago. And I'm going to set this container. I'm going to say wwctl node set. We'll say the node here, which is Rocky 5. Set container. And I should be able to... Oh, actually, I don't even have to set it. I think I can just say container like this. And we're going to use... Rocky, actually I want this whole name, Werewolf Rocky Linux 8.8. Wait, is it set dash set, I think. Nope. WWCTL node Rocky 5 set. I don't remember how to do this command. I have it, hold on, I gotta have my notes over here. So let me go find my notes here real quick. You guys gotta remember, I keep notes of everything. Let's go look real quick on like my Stig. Actually, you know what? I have it on this other thing that I made. Hold on 1 second, real quick. Go look at my Stig notes. So I contain it. Node set. Oh, that's my, I'm being stupid, guys. So you do node set, and then Rocky 5, and then container, and then I put Rocky 5 at the end. This is the way you do it, like that. Rocky 5. That's a better way. And then it says, do you want to modify the node? Yes. And then if we go look at the node real quick, we go back to here and look at the container, it'll tell us that it's now set to the Werewolf Rocky 88 image. But if I SSH to Rocky 5, right, and I say cat etc splat release, he's still set to 9.4, which is the older version of Rocky that he's on. But if I reboot the node, he's going to close his connection, we'll ping him up, and then we'll wait for him to come back up. He'll probably take... We can actually watch him boot. So we've downloaded that. We've set that all up as an image. We should be able to come here. And I had this wide because my college students like to see all of that. We'll go watch this guy boot real quick. So he is under this node over here, Rocky 5, console, boom. Oh, and I missed a question. Hold on a second here. Sorry. It was always interesting for me. How do they update their isolated environment? Any options? Yeah, so your farm, what you tend to do in an isolated environment is if you're air gapped off, right? If you're in a skiff type environment, you can bring packages in and update things. But what almost universally has to happen is you're going to like go out and build it in like a lower unclassified environment and get your procedure down. And then your security team is going to bring it in and scan. And then they're just going to give you a CD on the inside. So it's almost like the disk. Just you can send them whatever you want. They'll scan it and they'll bring it in. So, oh, Pesta, nice. Yeah, you're doing stuff over at Shippo, still nice. And you're gonna be talking about that, right? I know. We just put your talk down about just generic eBPF, but really people can just come and talk about whatever in their industry that they want to talk about. That's kind of my goal for this weekend, right? Uh-oh, we got a kernel error image. I've got something wrong with 8.8. It's possible. So that did not boot. So now we're going to go look at why it didn't boot. And let's see. So we were able to ping it for a little bit as it came up, and then something happened to it. Let's see if we can. If we can't see exactly what happened to it, then we might have to. Yep, something happened. Okay. RAM FS. All right, so let's do this. I pulled that down earlier. I pulled this container down just like this. Container import this, and it's very possible that what I did not do is container build my Rocky. Let's do our container list, and then we'll do a container build. It's very possible I didn't build it because it looks like I don't have an init RAM FS. If you guys look at my error over here, I'm trying to download this and it didn't work. So it's possible it doesn't exist. So let's rebuild it. So wwctl build container, if I can spell it right, build that. And this will build the container inside of our Rocky or inside of our Werewolf environment. So it's a Werewolf Rocky Linux 8.8 box. Should come with all of the stuff that's needed for that. So we're going to build that image. This over here is going to spin and it doesn't matter, but we're just going to let him build over here. And it's really funny because this is so slow in my home environment, but like at work, the node that I'm working on is like, he's like 512 gigs of RAM and like, I don't know, like 128 cores or something. So he does this stuff in like 10 seconds, whereas that probably just took, I don't know how long that took, but probably close to like 30 seconds, right? Okay, so this box is going to reboot again, and then hopefully when it reboots, it'll grab a new image, and that image should hopefully not have an error in it. If it breaks, then I got to look into something else. It's possible that the image is bad. I got to figure out how much I want to troubleshoot that versus if I just want to build. I have other options for building besides just in this cluster. I can always build down here. I have Rocky 8.4, but I would have to go probably download the newer Rocky 8.8. Rocky is also up on like version 9.4 as well, but I'm going to be using 8.8 coming up. Oh, you're probably gonna have to come talk or come listen to the talk. He's talking in a couple of days. But he could probably tell you if he wants to. But yeah, he's coming to talk Saturday at 2 p.m. our time. So we're UTC -7. So 2 o'clock is like sweet spot, I think, because I think you still get people from. I think 2 o'clock will be kind of good for people that are in different countries and stuff as well, because you'll be probably at least in a reasonable time. I'm pretty early our time, which I think will still fit for some people. And then, you know, again, you guys can come to as many of these as you want or none of them. They're free. You guys are welcome to just hang out. They're all going to be down. They're all going to be down in our Linux chat. Boom. Down in Linux chat right there. You're UTC +2, so you're 5 off. Okay, okay. That's fair. All right, we're still having an error. So, that's not so good. So my image is likely either missing something or I've got to go figure out, is there something else I need? So see if there's something here in their container management. Yeah, that's too generic. That's good. There's good info in there, but that's generic for what I want. It's also too generic. 8886. Hey, so we're just hanging out. I didn't have much time today, but I wanted to hop on a little bit, tell people to come and hang out on Saturday and Sunday for the Professional Linux Users Group 10-year anniversary. We've been 5 years on Discord, 10 years total, and just different people are going to come and talk, and hopefully it'll be a good time for people. I am working a little bit right now in my home Werewolf environment, trying to get this 8.8. It's a Werewolf Rocky Linux 8.8 to boot. Something did not start right with it. I also have a Rocky. You know what? Let's just start him as Rocky 8. That's fine. We can do that. Let's see if Rocky 8 starts. And I don't know what that's going to start as. I know it will start. I just don't know what that's going to. Damn it. Where's the one that we ended up using? Yeah. There we go. I don't know what the underlying Linux of this is going to be. If it's going to be like 8.8 or 8.4 or whatever. So we'll see. Now, this will, when this reboots, he is now going to be set to, instead of being on Werewolf Rocky 8.8 Linux right here, he's going to be on Rocky-8 image when he boots this next time. Or we just kick him over. That's acceptable too. Force a reboot on him. Boom. So that's what we're doing, Isobu. We're just hanging out, not working too hard, right? Like just kind of hanging and making sure that people know about the weekend. Know that we have a bunch of stuff to come hang out and talk shop and get into the industry. I know people are out there looking for work. Some of my good friends are looking for work right now. So obviously we want to tell people about the type of stuff that's out there. Maybe get some networking. People can, talk to other people and see what's kind of going on out there. I know quite a few people in the server over the years have been able to kind of meet up with other people, and some of them have even gotten roles, which I think is kind of cool. Get a role out in the industry because somebody you were talking to or working with. That's always good. So, all right, we're gonna see this boot right here. See, now it's trying to do container Rocky 8, and let's see if this properly builds off of the Rocky 8 image. We're still getting an error. So there's still something wrong with this image in general, or this node even possibly. So let's go look at something else here. Instead of container, let's look for kernel. See what his kernel arguments are set at, and then let's also look at his init. What are his system overlays? So his system overlays are init RAM FS and wwinit. So I don't think there's anything special in there that I have. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in there that's too crazy. Let's make sure there's no FIPS going on. There shouldn't be. And let's make sure there's no SE Linux going on, at least for now. Okay, yeah, I don't have any of that stuff turned on. So, why wouldn't that? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's try one other thing. Let's do wctl node Let's say overlay build Rocky 5. So we'll rebuild his overlays just in case there's some kind of weird mapping going on there where we needed to have his overlay rebuilt. We'll force reboot again. And we're just, we're watching this box come up, or in this case, not come up properly. So we did a Rocky overlay build just because maybe there's something specific in that overlay that needed to be pointed at something else. We'll just see. I don't normally have problems by changing nodes, but I am changing them. I tend to be changing them within the same type. Like we were going at work, we go from like a 9.3 box to another 9.3 box, but just with a different like set of standards for stigs or something. So in this case, oh, and by the way, I'm going to be stigging my environment, and I'm going to show you guys how I stig an environment, and then I'm also making a lab for Killer Coda on how to do the secure technical implementation guidelines, or STIGs, of systems. Sorrel, you said, do I encounter a networking concept just concerning HPC stuff, which may not be the usual network? Oh yeah, Sor. There's we tend to have different networks inside of HPC that are not defined in normal systems. So what I mean by that is, in a HPC environment, we'll have a management network, which is very similar to what you guys are used to anywhere else, just a normal management network. That's all we have to connect to our boxes. But then HPC environment almost always has a separate and distinct data network, and that's like typically going to be InfiniBand or some type of super high-speed networking on the back end. It can also be fiber channel over Ethernet and other stuff like that too, but they've got this separate network that's doing that kind of stuff. So you'll get a node that comes up and you can reach the node. You don't have to go in through the console. Console's an out-of-band management tool. This is a console right here, right? Now we're going to check something else. We're going to go back to the other thing real quick. We're going to go back to the original container now, because now I'm getting bothered. Like, why won't two of these boot up? Can we go to the original container again? And let's see if we can set him back, because it's got to boot on one of them. Let's set him to that, and then we'll let him reboot again, because again, for some reason this is weird. But yeah, in the networking world on that, so now you got a system that comes up, but then he doesn't have this back-end networking. He can't talk to other things in there. So now you got to use these other types of tool. Like you can ping on those IP addresses because you're using IPv. We're using a TCP IP stack on top of whatever network typically. Sometimes you're not, but for the most part it's TCP IP. And you can ping over it, but then also you have like tools like IB ping, which is your InfiniBand ping, and that is going to be like a specific tooling that will check that you can communicate down to the box. So look, this is trying to boot the other way. This is trying to boot on the original Rocky Linux 9 lab again, and now this one should boot. If this crashes, then I don't even know. I'd almost think like Werewolf was off or something. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see here in a second. InitRAMFS definitely started for this one, or is definitely downloading for this one. So hopefully there's no error. Okay, so this one's booting right. Hold on, we gotta check something. My system's also going super slow over here. Oh, incoming ad break. Alright, well, we'll have ads here in a minute, I guess. I don't know why my system is locked, but that's fun. My whole system's locked up over there while we're sitting here. Yeah, Valzeus, hopefully this stuff's useful to you. By the way, we've got a Discord. Let me link the Discord for anybody that wants it. Did I lose my... Hold on, guys. You know what's funny? I didn't lose... Hold on. All right, we're back. We're back, I think. Wait, I think we're back. Okay, wait, you guys can see me there. Oh, yeah, but you guys are welcome. Something happened to my... That was super weird. Something happened to my my keyboard. My keyboard's still down. What the heck? Oh, we're way over here. What the F and F? I don't know why I can't leave that control of this console, but we're gonna get out of that console. There we go. And then hopefully I'm gonna have my keyboard back. There we go. Yeah, my keyboard was locked in there. Yeah, Valzeus, hopefully this stuff's useful. You guys are always welcome. Let me link that Discord when I can type again. For anybody that wants it. There it is on the Twitch side, on the YouTube side. If anybody's hanging out, there it is as well. And let's see if that node's booted. Let's make sure he's up. So we got to find out. There's something. Oh, he has failed to switch root. So this box is now busted. There's got to be something going on here in this cluster. Huh. Oh, it's Werewolf D. Says it's running. We're not out of space. These are things that I look for in the network, right? Like, are we out of space? Are we unable to do these things that we want to do? Oh my gosh, this thing just keeps popping up in my. All right, so let's go this. Let's say Rocky 8.8 image. Can I just download the older Rocky 8.8 ISO? X is the major version, Y is the minor version. I should be able to go find. No, don't want cloud. I want the regular 8.8 version. x86-64. And then it says that I can go back. I can be on latest, I can be on 8.10, or I could boot to one of the other ones. It does not look like, by default, they're going to let me go to 8.8. But let's see. Can I get to Rocky 8.8-x86? So it's not in this directory, so that's not good. So there's an 8.10. 8.10 is probably close enough to what I need. So I'll go ahead and download this one. But man, I'd really like to be on 8.8 for this building that I'm going to be doing. All right, hold on, guys, hold on. Turn that off. Turn that back on. All right, can you guys hear me now? All right, there it goes. Yeah, my subtitles were all jacked up. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. All right, let's get this up. So my goal then in my home lab here is going to be to get this environment stood up. Again, not the Rocky 5. This guy could just go down for now because he's busted for right now. We're gonna have to figure him out. But that's not for right now. We're gonna download this ISO and we're gonna go build this on my environment so I can pull down XD mod. I'm gonna go through there, install, just like I was on a Rocky 8 Plus environment. I'm gonna do these steps, and I'm gonna make sure that when I do these, I capture all of the downloaded packages, right? I want to get all the downloaded packages because I'm going to have to make a repo in the environment. I'm going to be in a SCIF. I'm going to be in a completely separated environment. The only you might say, well, hold on, how are you going to bring it in? Currently, because it's not connected to the SCIF network yet, I am allowed to connect a peripheral device to it. But once it's on that other network, you can never connect another device to it again. All data and all things will always have to come in through security. So I'm kind of doing like a one-off coming around the side. It would have been really good if somebody had downloaded the software when we were back in the factory building it, right? But nobody did. So like I said, I was telling you guys earlier, you can call it Chad behavior, you can call it whatever you want. I'm kind of like a closer, I'm like a finisher. I'm the guy who they bring in to finish this stuff, so I've got to figure out how to get this in there. Am I a hero? Yes. I'm just kidding. Am I hold on, yeah, is that me? Yes. I haven't used one of these in a while. Hold on, I got that one. I got this one. I can answer that for money. Anybody here Rick and Morty fan? I've been watching them since they first came out. All right, I got a whole bunch of other ones too. Homer, you just holding on to the can? Got this one too. Doing it live. That's for when I'm really frustrated, right? We're just yelling like Bill O'Reilly on his old show years ago. That one made the internet rounds early on. If you guys remember that one, yeah, yeah. I got wait, do I got another one? Hold on, I got this one too. No, that's the wrong one. This one, that's the other one. The other one this one pulls up the background because sometimes I like to show you guys what we're talking about in a smaller screen. But this one is Fry and Bender just losing it as the spaceship's out of control. I think that was when they took the spaceship without Leela, and she's the pilot, and they're a bunch of idiots. So, all right. Anyways, let's see. We're downloading that. Have to be on stream later? Yeah. Pessa, I'm going to be getting off here soon too. I know you're coming over, bringing the wife over, having the families hang out and stuff. So that'll be good. I'll see you over here in a little bit. If we can sneak away from them, maybe we'll come and talk up here, off camera with everybody. If not, it's not a big deal. We'll just hang out with the family, keep them happy. Keep the wives happy. That's the plan, guys. That's the number one rule. Keep the wife happy. Yeah, Pessa, or Fisherman, Pessa's going to be over here in a little bit. And then we're actually having dinner with them. And then we're going to play. And you guys ever seen this game? This is one of my favorite games to show people how to play. You guys ever seen this game called... You guys ever seen the Love Letter game? This is my favorite game to show people. Yeah, Moop, that's definitely true. Happy wife, happy life. When people get married, we always give a copy of this away to them. When people come over, we always show them how to play it. It's the easiest game. You can learn it in 3 minutes. You'll learn it faster than checkers or chess. But it is such a fun game, and it's very cutthroat, man. You get people just wanting to kill each other over it. It's pretty good. And I always joke around about because only one person can win the love and affection of the princess. Everybody else at the table loses. So when one person starts to gather these tokens up, everybody turns on them. And it's I always call it like being a crab in a bucket. You guys ever seen people throw crabs into a bucket? You can't keep a crab in a bucket when there's only one crab. But you throw that second crab in that bucket, neither of those crabs will ever get out. And do you guys know why? Because crabs are the ultimate haters. They will keep pulling the other one down. That's actually a real thing. I've seen that happen. That's hilarious. One crab will always get out of a bucket, but two crabs will never get out of a bucket. So there's also a life lesson in there too. But that's a funny thing. This is a fun game, and I might get Pessa and them to play it, the Pessas as it were. All right, we've downloaded the thing. So I go here, I can see. Check this out. If you guys have never seen my little workflow in my home lab, I go to my downloads. I've got this Rocky. I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to go throw it in my ISOs directory. My ISOs directory is a Samba mounted share back to my system sitting behind me. So look, I'm going to throw that up to ISOs, and in real time, right here, I can just stand up a new server. Let's see, how's this one doing on memory and stuff? Yeah, this one's got memory. How's the storage doing? Oh, we got 1.4 terabytes. We've got all kinds of storage on this guy. So we're going to build a new VM, and we'll call him like Red Hat 8 because he's basically Red Hat 8. Next, we're going to call him Rocky 8. We'll just call him Rocky 8. And then now, check this out. My ISO library, check this out. This is my ISO library that did not have Rocky 810 before, now has Rocky 810 sitting right there. That's literally, I just pulled that over, and here it is. Oh, it's only a boot ISO. That's fine. I should still be able to install it. And then we'll say, or I could boot from network or whatever, boom. Place him on this server, that's fine. And then we're gonna give him 8 gigs because we're gonna be building some stuff on him. So we'll give him a little bit more. We'll give him like 4 cores, that's fine. 4 and 8, pretty reasonable. This has to have more. We're gonna give him, we'll give him like 30, let's go like 50 gig, oh, oops, not 500. We'll go like 50 gigs, and we'll put him out on this huge lab storage that I have. It's got plenty of free gigs out there, and we'll build him up. He can have all the networking he wants. Bless the crab mentality, hater for life. Yeah. Yeah, so it's funny, I knew that already before, but there was a really funny show called The Boondocks. If you ever see The Boondocks, just don't remember that I'm the one that told you to watch it. Absolute hilarious show. Dealt with a lot of different issues, let's say. but hilarious. Yeah, and then in that show they showed the old adage of a crab in a bucket. But I had heard of it before that. But it's basically, yeah, it's like a hater mentality. Hate, 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 hate. That's their thing. They're all part of the haters. It's like the haters ball. Okay, what did I call this guy? Rocky 8, right? Let's go watch him boot up. Let's go see what this node looks like. It says I can test or I can just install Rocky 810 on this box. Let's do it. I need a server that I can build and do these things on. So we'll put him on the network because there's no reason not to have him on the network. But he's really just like a test Rocky box for me in this environment. He's I'm hoping 8.8 and 8.10 should be close enough. So 8.8 and 8.10 should be close enough that they should be good. But I'll just build this node up, see real quick kind of what it looks like. Node, not note. Build this node up, and then I'm gonna download the things that I need. Again, these are the things that we're building to right here. We're gonna build to Open on Demand. And Open on Demand, if you guys have never seen this, is actually a really cool tool. It's it allows you to give people slice access to your high performance compute environment and run things as though they were on the cluster but remotely. So remotely and over a web browser, you can connect into on-demand clusters. Yeah, pot of tops. Hopefully this stuff's useful. Yeah, take care. You're always welcome to hang out. I'm not on as much these days because I've been just absolutely swamped at work, but I try to get on and let you guys know that, you know, there's a group out there of people that also like to do Linux, and you guys are welcome to hang out with them. So let's get this. Let's see if we can't get this built up. I have some labs at work, but the boss was going to configure them, and I know he's super busy. So I'm just kind of taking my time here to, you know, stream and show you guys how I would solve this problem, because I have to get this done, right? I'm the one on the hook to go back out to the customer site and to build this stuff up, and I've got my little notebook over here, and my notebook tells me all the things that I got to do in that environment, and these are like the last two major things. I have two other little things that are hardware based, but I'm not super worried about those because, you know, hardware is hardware. We can figure hardware out. I just need to get this very small community over here in Ireland. Well, yeah, nice. I actually have a group of mine that goes to Ireland and wrestles every year. They do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu up there in Ireland. They call it the... they've got some name for the trip, but they two of my coaches go out there and wrestle in Ireland. So that's kind of a good... Yep. All right, we're going to build Rocky Linux. What do we want? These things. English is good. Continue. I'm okay with this. All right. This is basically the stuff. Check out the installation repository if we have it. I'm not going to worry about any of that stuff for now. That is interesting that that's messed up right now. We'll just leave that like it is. And then software selection. Says error downloading packages. That's fine. It's weird that we're not connected on a network. So let's go here and we'll turn this network on. Maybe it'll go grab an IP address. If not, yep, it grabbed an IP address in my range, so that's good. I'll hit done. And maybe that'll allow this thing to go and get the software that it needs. Let's see what that looks like. Automatic partitioning. Let's see what custom looks like. I'll go here and I'll say done on custom, and it'll probably walk me through my custom part. Now, if I wanted to, I could click this and it'll create these all automatically for me. And it says root 44 gigs, boot pretty small, swap 5 gigs. I'm okay with that. File system, if I don't want XFS for some reason, I could go back to ext4. You would not have a compelling reason to go to ext2 or 3 in modern Linux. I'm going to stay on XFS. I'm okay with that. and I'm okay with the name of the volume group and the name of the system, so that's fine. We'll leave that. We could do manual partitioning if we wanted to, and then it always gives you this weird message that's like, oh no, are you sure you want to wipe this disk? Well, the disk didn't exist, 2 minutes ago when I built this machine, so yes, I'm okay with wiping it. And then software selection, I'm going to make this one just a regular server. I don't want a GUI. I don't want any graphical user interface, no GNOME desktop or any of those kind of things. But if I did, here's a bunch of things I could select over here. But I don't want graphics overhead on this. Plus, I don't want this to download packages that I don't need. So I'm going to say server, done. I'm just going to let it be basic. I'm not going to install any extra things. Root account, I'm going to go ahead and give it my base lab stuff. Should be good. That's fine. Done. All right. User, if I want to create a user, I'll just make him Scott. And then I'll give him some password as well. Good. Fair enough. Create user, store all those variables, and I should be able to then begin my installation. I've told you guys this before, for some of you that aren't in the industry or don't do this stuff, we don't do a whole lot of this, like a one-off build like this. This is just me in the lab building Rocky Linux 8.10 for the first time, whatever. In the industry, we'll do this maybe one time, and then we'll pull this container, we'll pull this image in, and then use this multiple times and deploy it out of an ISO or a VMDK or whatever format we've put it into with whatever deployment type tool. I'd probably be saying too many if I said there's 1,000 of them, but there's probably over 100 of the different types of tools that are out there for for just deploying golden images. There's all kinds of them. And there's all kinds of formats you can put them in, and then you can change the formats. There's so much stuff. But the point is, I just wanted you guys to know, I don't spend my time as an engineer building Rocky like this very much. I will build it maybe once and do all that stuff. Hey, Hack the Planet, how's it going? We're not, I'm not officially on right now. I just wanted to hop on and do a little bit of work. I'm actually doing work right now, and then also telling you guys that we've got this Linux engineering group, and we're turning 10 years old, but 5 years on Discord. Our group will be 10 years old on this weekend, and there's all these different talks that you guys can come to from all kinds of different industry. Frankly, everybody here I would consider an expert in their area, and these are the kind of topics up in the Discord. These times are in Arizona time, so that's UTC -7. So some of you are going to be in a much different state of time, but you can always come here, and Discord will show you it in your time. So see here, my time. But if you look at it in Discord, it might say 5 p.m. or something like that. But you guys are welcome to come to any of them. They're going all day, so you'll probably be able to catch one of them wherever you're at in the world. I'm going to for sure record mine. I'm going to talk to the other guys as they're coming up and see if they're okay with me recording theirs. And then depending on how they turn out and how much they want me to, I will go and drop them up on the Discord as well. Or not in the Discord, but probably on YouTube if they want me to. So there's that. I am also working on my presentation, which is very much not done yet. But my talk's going to be on why engineering. Why do we want to be engineers? What's the reason? Yeah, Fisherman, do you need? I have a template if you need it. I can send you over. If you like any of my this actually comes from a template that I have. You're welcome to use whatever you want, but I do have a fair amount of different ones, and then this is just my template right here. If you need it. Oh, you're doing AI generated ones? Okay. Yeah, this is just my thing. All right. Cool AI generated ones. Nice. That'll be good. Living in 2050. Fisherman, did you decide to use that Lotus Notes based one that I told you about? The what is that called? Oh shoot, I told you on stream the other day and I don't remember now. It's actually Lotus Notes under the hood. Did you know that? The that Markdown one that I told you about, that Overleaf, yeah. Did you know that's Lotus Notes under the hood? Yeah. Hold on. Overleaf. Yeah, that's what it is under the hood. It's because it's latex, but if you go read about it, by the way, so you don't have to sign up for this. This is Overleaf is out there and anybody can use it. But did you guys also know that Overleaf is open source and you can run your own instance? So like if you were somebody that liked to like deploy something over and over again, like Fisherman, he's always got his bots doing stuff, right? If he wanted to have his bots do a chat and then send up to like an internal API where they could like format it all and turn it into like a presentation, and they would just write everything in whatever markdown, send it up there. You could actually run your own instance of internal Overleaf. It's an open source tool, and yeah. Oh, it's latex, but yeah, you guys know what I mean. It's got that under the hood. So anyway, so documentation. Yeah, look here. They have where's that thing? They have, but it's open source. And you go to the Discord, or not their Discord, their GitHub. Let's see. Yeah, because I was going to run it at home, and I was going to use it to auto-generate when I was building my my dissertation. Every time I do writes and commits to my dissertation, I was just going to have it regenerate my paper every time. So that's something I'm probably going to still do. But yeah, it's open source, AGPL3. That tends to mean that you can generate anything you want out of it, and that belongs to you. Let's see. Let's go read it. AGPL. It's GNU Affero General Public License is a free copyleft license for software and other kinds of work specifically designed to ensure cooperation with the community in the case of network server software. Yep. Designed to guarantee your freedoms. And what they'll tell you here is anything you generate with this is yours. Right? Like a rocket scientist. Yeah. Z-Love, one of my buddies who is working on his doctorate in economics, one of the guys coming to talk on Sunday, he uses this. Actually, that's how I found out about Overleaf. And he uses it, and he made really nice presentations with it. He actually did his dissertation defense. Well, he's all but he's ABD right now. So when you're working on your doctorate and you finished all your schooling, but before you finish your dissertation, you get this. Nobody will ever put this on anything, but you get this designator called ABD. You are all but dissertation. I know people that have been all but dissertation for over 10 years now. Actually, yeah, I've known people that almost 15 years now. All but dissertation. They've got their doctorate completed for all intents and purposes. They just haven't finished the last thing you need to do to get a doctorate is publish some research on current work, some current research in some area, and then that's that last little checkbox. You can be all but dissertation your whole career if you want, but you're not a doctor, until you finish that up. So anyways, Overleaf, something I'll get back to it one of these days. I've been super swamped with work, so I've been working on this other stuff. Open on demand, they have some examples of this, I think. Let's see if I can find any of their open on demand stuff. They just talk about their clusters. I've worked with enough clusters. I don't need to watch different cluster stuff. But there's cluster stuff here. Your all but dissertation never intended to change the fact. That's funny. Hack the planet. Yeah, there's. I mean, that's where some people go. Some people never finish. I mean, that's a big thing. 5 chapters of 150 to 200 pages typically of research on. But guys, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like when you get into technical writing and you see how that double spaced works, I think you can only fit like 400 or 500 words on each page. So it's. I wrote a paper the other day that was 8 pages long, and I was like, "What in the f?" I barely even wrote anything. So it's like I don't know. It was 8 pages long, but just because it's this double space, the APA formatting is I feel like you burn so much paper. But anyways, we don't really print stuff out anymore, do we? Oh yeah, they have, man. They've got all this stuff inside of how this works. Add Jupyter, add RStudio. I've seen this work so well with different colleges. Add MATLAB. Make sure that this all works. I'm not going to be doing any of that part of it. I'm just getting open on demand on the system for the most part. That's going to sit there and configure for a while. I remember turning an actual proper technical document APA format and got dinged for not using the APA template. Yeah, Z-Love, I got dinged the other day by a professor. It was like right at the end of a class. And I'm like the most B student ever. I used to get straight A's when I was in my undergrad and in even my early graduate work. But because it was Word and Word is hard to get the stuff right. I'll tell you though, I got dinged right at the end of a class, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna complain. I still got a B. I'm the most B student ever now. I told the wife, I'm like, I know exactly where I am academically and intellectually against these people. Because I tell people all the time, I think like an engineer. I think short staccato thoughts, and they're very quick, and it's very good for engineering and trying things and troubleshooting things. But it's not great for, like, I write stuff and I'm like, oh wow, that was a lot of writing, and then I look at some of the flowery shit that the other people in my classes write, and I'm like, oh god, I couldn't have spent another minute in my head thinking about that, you know? Yeah, like I know I'm an engineer. I know I'm an engineer's engineer. Yeah, all you need for a doctor. Yeah, you know what they call the guy who graduates last in his medical school? They call him doctor. Hold on, wait. What did Fisherman post here? Hold on. I gotta. When Fisherman types, you click the button. Hold on, what is this? On demand. Parallel cluster. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're gonna Fisherman. I don't know if you heard me talking about this earlier, but they're that is actually awesome. Open on demand. They're in a skiff, so I have to bring this in. I have to bring this into a skiff. That's actually really cool though. But yeah, I gotta deploy it in a skiff, so I gotta be air gapped off. That's why I'm building it like this. When you're doing a PhD, sometimes non-PhD affect you deeply. Document and world, you're always part of the world you're documenting. Yeah. Hack the planet. That's very accurate, I would say too. Plus, there's this concept. I think this gets some doctors and people that are working on being a doctor. You have to. So for people that don't know, when you do research, right? When you look at like your references here, and like here's my dissertation stuff and some of my references, they have to be. So this is 2022. Well, if I graduate in 2026, this will still be good. But where's one of these? 2018? I can't use 2018. 2018 won't be relevant, right? That'll be too far. So there's like, you have this this idea that like it has to be relevant, and some people just, man, if you don't keep it up, man, you gotta go and throw away 50 of your 200 references and toss them out and go find new shit, and that gets people bad. Yeah, Z-Love, I've often joked if I was born 100 years earlier, I would have been a probably an editor, because I could be very pedantic. I'm saving my sources with OneNote. That's just because I'm kind of lazy, and I have other tools. I have a tool called RefWorks I could use, but yeah, that's where I'm keeping a lot of my stuff right now, is just in OneNote, because it works well with my workflow, kind of as I do things. But I do need to make them better. And then Chickode over on YouTube said, "Ready? Looking forward to this Saturday." Yeah, I think Saturday and Sunday are going to be good. I think people are going to have fun. Zotero.org. Let me check. Oh, nice. Interesting. Yeah, I might have to, what's its license? What's the license for Zotero? Work in skiffs all day, it's great. Do technical work and people don't have the opportunity to bother me. Yeah, Hack the Planet. That's how I was at Lockheed. I was at Lockheed Martin. I worked in skiffs, and then they closed the facility out here in 2013, and Um, I just want to see. This actually looks really cool. Um, but I just want to see what's the license for Zotero. Oh, okay. That's GPL as well. That's awesome. I didn't realize that this was. I saw Zotero.org, but I didn't realize it's GPL. That's nice. So if you guys don't know, the reason it's so important what the license is you need to know, like, who owns the software I'm using, who owns what's generated by the software I'm using. Like, free is not always free in this world, right? Like, and I mean, like, not getting into it too much. I know if I talk about this, I'm going to summon Inspector. Inspector hasn't talked on our stream in quite a while, but Inspector Diameter is a big fan of free software and stuff. But there's like this whole, like, some of you probably have a vehicle newer than like 2019. I got a 2019, Chevy Colorado, and that thing updates itself whenever the F it wants to. And it tells me if it doesn't update that it could just go into, it could be a brick. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like I own this thing then. That sounds like I own the physical hardware, but like the software of the system I'm never going to own. And that's how a lot of these models are now. It's the same way with your phone. You own your phone, but yeah, you don't own the OS of that phone because they'll update it whenever the hell they want to. And this is exactly what just happened with CrowdStrike. Who can update your shit? That tells you who owns it. If they can update all your stuff and break all your stuff one night without asking you, oh man. Oh man, I'm surprised. I'm surprised more lawsuits haven't come out against them already. Because like, they updated everybody's shit without even telling them. Didn't go to an electronic or a engineering change board. Didn't go to a change advisory board meeting. Didn't do anything. They just pushed an update on a Friday. Insanity. Anyways, you guys can go look into what happened there. But at the end of the day, something changed in everybody's systems without their knowledge. So anyway, so this is the same kind of idea. This is the same exact thing we were reading on GitHub a second ago. This is the same GNU Affero GPL. That's good. It says that developers are free and only license. Yep, it's a newer. Okay. Tells you what you can do. It tells you source code is theirs, but you can do whatever you want with it as long as you push the code and the versions and all that stuff, all the licensing forward with it. And you may make, run, and propagate covered works that you do not convey license, otherwise remains enforced. You may convey covered works. Yep. So anything you generate is your own. What's the damages sought from the airline? Something like $500 million for 2 days. Oh yeah, and that's not even including if people wanted to start suing them. Although if enough people want to sue you, then it becomes a typically like some type of what do they call that? Like a combined. There's a name for that. I'm not a lawyer. I can just tell you for sure, updating other people's shit without telling them is a bad idea. Even if you have permission to do it from them, which honestly everybody gave them permission. I'm going to eject this. So this disk will no longer be mounted when the system comes up, and this should be built as a Rocky 8 box now. Just gonna cancel its meetings for whatever it wants. That's funny. By the way, for people that got here a little late, I'll pull this back up. We do have an event coming up in Discord. It's gonna be as many people as we can pack down in Discord. People are gonna be talking like AI. Like Fisherman's gonna be showing you guys how to build AI stuff in the cloud. And I think the other day because he's been streaming a lot too. The other day he was mentioning a lot of this stuff is very near free for there's like a free tier of stuff that doesn't cost you hardly anything. It's cost cutting with no redundancies. Yeah, it's also selling. It's the transfer of risk without actually getting all the benefit back, because they said, hey, you guys can patch and secure our stuff, but then when it patched and broke, nobody was ready to pay for that. So, the companies have whatever pain points they have to deal with. Anyways, here's all the talks. Some of these are going to be slightly different, but in general, that's what we're doing. Why not Linux? Why not containers? Yeah, this high-performance compute system that I'm going to has all physical boxes Oh gosh, just reboot the damn thing. So once this comes up, I'm just going to grab whatever network it is and jump into it from my system. And let's just go here. We'll take this guy and we'll just go to the middle node here, and we'll just call this on demand build, right? Something like that. And then this will be to whatever node, right? SSH over to whatever the IP address is of this node once it comes back up. So that's the plan here anyways. Canceling flights to keep the money for the flights already bought and paid for. Yeah, Z-Love. I'm sure there's all kinds of crap like that going on. Northern Chimp, hey, how's it going with the Linux Penguin over on the YouTube side? I always appreciate it when you guys hang out and talk shop. I normally wouldn't be streaming today, or, well, I haven't streamed all week, so I wanted to get on here a little bit. But also, yeah, Zotero, this might be one of the best things I found. I'm going to have to play with this a little bit, because this will help with the, this will probably help a lot with working on the research. Yeah, I'm excited for this. This may be super useful for me. Yeah, because I do quite a bit of writing, if you guys don't know, and this will be useful. And if I can just keep all my old stuff. Microsoft Teams Linux equals picture of Penguin, Windows picture of Raptor. That's funny. On demand. I don't know if you're still around, Fisherman, but I think I told you my company did some speed tests. It was Azure, but we also used AWS on another one. I don't know if the AWS one ever got published, but suffice it to say, in 2020, it was still more cost effective for NOAA to run out of their own thing going up to the cloud. At least that was what the assessment was in 2020 or 2021 when we did that. This does look good for and Slurm. Slurm's huge. Being able to run Slurm queues are big. All right, let's see. What are we doing here, buddy? Force reboot. I said rebooted. Like strong bed. One thing I like is the browser extension only works if you have a desktop app open. Interesting. Oh, we're on ad break? Yeah. Yeah, it should only be for a few more seconds though, over on the YouTube or on the Twitch side. Let's get this box up, let's get connected to it, and let's see if I can't do some basic stuff that I want to do for my system documentation over here. Let me pull up my here's my notes for now. We're on a Rocky 8.8 Bright cluster. My Open On Demand install is going to look like something, and my OpenXD mod install is going to look like something as well. And this is where I'm going to keep my notes and the things that are needed. And you got to remember, I can't bring anything in there with me because I'm going to be in a skiff. How's it going, Tawny? So anything that I need to know or want to know is going to have to be in like a text doc like this. So my Open On Demand is, here's requirements. So Zotero looks fun. Requirements. Require. Let's get that. Okay. And then that's my Open On Demand, and then my XD mod, scarily enough, has all these damn requirements. There's so damn many requirements. That is a lot to me, but let's see if I can't. Let's do this. Then we will paste all that, and then we'll go up here, and one of the nice things about, I think OneNote will let me do it. Yep, tab it all in. So here's all these requirements. No, they never turn off the air to make you sweat. Also, Z-Love, there's never any kind of photography or anything like that. Oh no, the word skiff is actually this. It's SCIFF, S, and it stands for secure compute. I don't know. It stands for secure something. Yeah, it's a secure room basically. Yeah, where only people with clearances and that are read into a single program can do it. Yeah, something facility. Info facility. Interesting. Yeah. That's what it is, Z-Love. Yeah, it's a secure info facility. But yeah, what is it? I'm not sure exactly what it stands for. I'm sure we could hit it with the Googles and figure that out. All right, let's see if real quick. We're only on the console for a second here. Let's see if we can get it on root, IP adder, and we have an IP address of .9. So we grab the .9 address at some point. So I should be able to come from this one and say SSH to 192.168.11.9 in my environment. I'm the root user already. All right. So just for fun, host name CTL. We'll change this to what is it? Is it set? Host name. I think that's right. Like, I don't know. We'll just call this on demand. Something like that. Then if we exit and we go back in, right? But it's so annoying to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to SSH copy ID to get in there. And now I just need to know the password one more time. And then the keys should be there. So now I should just be able to jump in. Yeah, so now I can get into that box whenever I want with my keys, right? Secure compartmentalized intelligence information facility. Yeah, that's right. Hack the planet. That's right. They won't even allow to bring. Yeah, you can't do anything Bluetooth in there, and anything that wants to talk to anything else has to be left outside. Small cat is furry. Yeah, fair, Tawny. That's probably my wife's favorite thing for it. So, all right. So what we're gonna do real quick, guys, here is we're gonna go look in a couple of places real quick. So I'm on this on-demand box, df-h. I've got 42 gigs of size en route, which is important. I'm going to CD into var cache, and I'm going to look around in here. If I do a df-h in here, df-h dot in here, I see that this is off of the root of the directory. It's not in its own, right? Yeah, Tawny, so that's my problem. It's in a skiff, so I can't connect out, but it's not connected to their network yet, so I am allowed to be on my laptop. So this laptop can bring stuff in, but hold on. Wait, there's more. These two pieces of software that I'm going to be building, On Demand and XDMod, have all these requirements. Well, it's super easy to build them. Look, just do this. Well, but I can't do that because I can't go out to the web. So this is my plan right here, guys. This is my plan. I'm going to do XDMod. Let's do Open On Demand first because that's what's in my notes. So here's my notes. Open On Demands first. Here's the requirements. I'm going to go in this cache right here, and I'm going to see that DNF has nothing in it yet. Do you guys see that? So check this out. DNF right here, var cache DNF. We're going a little faster, guys. Almost always when you guys see me on here, I'm doing some like basic stuff, and we're like, you know, I'm trying to get people to do Linux and stuff like that. But because I'm kind of stealing from, I mean, this is my own free time, but I'm doing work stuff. I'm showing you guys how I would, because I have a lab in my work environment, but I was waiting for my boss, and I don't want to wait. I want to get this stuff done so I'm comfortable, because I'm gonna be the one in the hot seat next week. I only have 3 days, like 2.5 days to do this next week. I have to get this built, right? It's in a skiff. Like, we got to close out the project, so I want to get this done. So watch this. When I do this Open On Demand stuff that they show, so I'm going to say we're Rocky almost 8, and then we're in Rocky here. It says that I can install these things, and I got to do a module enable for Ruby. Oh, I got to do all these things for dependencies. So let's go do this to enable my dependencies. I don't need the sudo, strictly speaking, because I'm already root. But let's hit enter on this, and let's watch this happen. Hey Robdom, how's it going? We are just messing around right now. I'm in the home lab. I'm building out a couple of packages of software that I'm going to need to bring into a skiff, and I'm showing you guys how I would do it. All right, we're going to install EPEL release. I don't need this for the tooling. I just need it for these requirements. So it only gave me, well, it only copied the first line apparently. Let's do our next one. DNF module enable. DNF. Boom. Enable the modules, that's fine with me. And then let's get the subscription manager repos for whatever. Wait a minute. Why am I on? Yeah, really. I don't know why. Oh, I was down on those ones. I need this one. Hold on. Get out of here. This one. There we go. I don't know why I was on the other one. I didn't realize that was, like, I thought that was the same part of it, but okay. So there's power tools, modules enable, whatever. Get these things in the system. Yes. All right. Okay. So we have those pieces. Enable Ruby. Yep. That's fine. So now if I look in here, there's all these other things down in this directory, but if I go to like none of these yet have any packages in them really. Like if I go to power tools, yeah, there's no real packages in here that I need to worry about yet. Okay, so I'm gonna go up one, go up another one. In here, I just need to be watching for what's gonna be installed. So when I come down here, and it says to install this, whatever this is, open on demand release. Let's make sure I'm in the right one this time. We're going to be in Rocky 8 Alma Linux. Copy. Let's see what this does with DNF. It's going to say we're doing this on demand web, so I'll say yes. It didn't have any type of other special, like it didn't go and get any dependencies or anything, so that's kind of good. And then so what I need to do then is where did we get that from? It was from the repository. It's weird, this is a repository command line. Oh, because it just pulled it right down. So I'm going to also do this real quick. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to let's just go to real quick. Make a directory in root called on-demand install. We'll do it like that, and then we're going to do wget dash capital O. Actually, we'll grab that first. Dash capital O. Root on demand install. Sorry, I gotta give it a file name. We want to give it the same file name as it has for the most part. Boom. All right. So we'll go throw that RPM down in there, and then it says DNF install on demand. This is where this is going to get a little more. I don't want to say dicey, but let's see. Now this is going to ask for a lot more stuff, I imagine. Yep, we can trust whatever the keys are. Get the GPG key and verify that it's good. So, look at all these. All these dependencies. All right. Need more dependencies, so. Grab all these, all dependencies, all very important. We're going to tab them in one. So now we have all of our dependencies for this. And then when I say yes here, I need to make sure. So it's probably going to download all of these, and then it's probably going to get rid of it. Isobu, you hate Perl? I cut my teeth on Perl, man. That's where I started Linux systems administration, was over in Perl. Oh, thank you, Robodom, for that. Robodom's letting you guys know about the Discord. I've been letting you guys know this whole time about all of our stuff that we're working on. And I'm gonna let this spin real quick. I gotta take a real quick break. I'll be right back. Just let that install, and we'll come right back. Robodom, you're in charge until I get back. Alright, hold on a second, guys. I'm grabbing some waters out of my fridge. Alright. Come back over here. So, where are we at? Looks like it installed everything. Yeah, Robodom's in charge. I left the hen in charge of the hen house. So, what should have happened here, and depending on where these different things got installed from, all of these tools, yeah, see, they were all installed, but they probably should have been put into, if I go to ePel, one of these, and I go to packages, yeah, so everything probably got cleaned out. So CD up, let's go up one more to DNF, and we're gonna do a find from here. Name is anything like RPM. What is it? RPM, because as they were installed, look up here, they should have come in as their actual RPMs. You guys see that? They're installed as RPMs on the system, right? So I just want to see if they were all cleaned up or if any of them still exist in here. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything. So that being said, then I need to figure out when I do a DNF, right, with an install. Let's say -- help. I don't know if DNF will give me help, but can I do download only? Yep. Now, I worry that this isn't going to work now because it's already there, but that's when we'll have to blow the machine away. -- download only. I don't know if I can do it over here. I might have to do it earlier in the command. I want to see if this will download. Yep, so but now here's the thing. They may still be in my yum cache. Yeah, well, that's why I'm down in the yum cache. Well, DNF cache. I was hoping there wasn't a separate. Yeah, so I was looking in DNF for them. That's where I'm actually at, trying to do my find. Where the fuck did my find go? Should be right here, shouldn't it? Oh, apparently I deleted it. So find from here any name that's like anything .rpm, right? Nope. Nope. Check my earlier DNF download all depths package name. Won't have to blow up the machine to get package and depths. Let me see. Yeah, if these stay, that would be awesome. Yeah, this would be awesome. If it'll just download -- all dips. We might be stuck. Might have to resolve. See if resolve helps. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Because here's the thing, I'm gonna be bringing all these in. I'm just gonna bring them all in, and then I'm gonna have Yum. I'm either gonna do a create repo, or repo crate, whatever the name of that command is, and make it that way. Yeah, I appreciate that. Hack the planet. That saved me because I was about to reblow the machine away. So that's actually super useful. Now we just gotta find where it's putting them. But that's gonna be somewhere in here, right? It should be somewhere. That one. Yeah, there we go. So they're all down in. Oh, they're all right here. So I should be able to. Yep, here they are. So varcache DNF. I'm going to move everything .rpm over into my root on demand install. I probably should make a. I'm probably going to just make over here an on-demand install RPMs, right? And then I'll just move everything .rpm to root on-demand RPMs, right? So we'll move everything over there. So now if I cd to root on-demand RPMs, there's all my RPMs. And if I need to, I can count them real quick. 332 of them. That's what it said. Yeah, no, hack the planet. That saved me a lot of trouble. Because I would honestly, like, look at this. What is this? Let's do du-sh for anybody that's not familiar. Like, this is 274 megs. Who gives a shit? Who gives a crap if I have, like, 300 more than I need? Like, maybe I only need 32 of those. I don't care. Because I'm not going to be connected to the internet, right? I would rather have more. I'm pretty sure this is just all that we need. So that's good. That's it, guys. That's what I needed right there. So for this, so I'm going to say, I'm just actually going to grab these because I like to grab stuff like this for notes. And I'm going to say, so open on demand install for me is, I'm weird on spacing, guys. Sorry. Saved. So /root. Well, actually, this is going to change when I get on site, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to say, because I'm going to be pulling it out of here and putting it on this laptop, right? This laptop is technically a Windows machine, but as long as I tar it up, I'll just be able to pull it down. All depth should get you everything, including packages already installed on the local system. That's huge. Hack the planet, because one of the things about what I'm installing, this is when we installed this, I knew that this was an 810, but the box I'm going to is 8.8. But hold on, wait, there's more. They have to update it to 810 before they put it on their SCIF network. That's actually one of their requirements. So I stigged their system and got it all, like, man, I got it all locked up, man, like big time, for security and stuff. And then now they got to move it to 810, which is gonna break some of the stigs. But that's life, right? Like you guys, you never get secured. You just get as secure as you can. You never get 100% secure. That's not a real thing in real systems, right? But you get as close as you can. So that's my goal on a lot of it. So this is probably everything I'm gonna need for this. And then what I'll do with this, if this is good, like if on demand would start here, which I'm pretty sure that it then would, then I'm going to, so now that open on demand is installed and Apache is running, it's going to be HTTPD on this system. That's fine. So I'm going to do on demand. That's weird. Let's see. I would have thought there would have been an on-demand system. Because on-demand is here. Start services will... Oh, it looks like for us it's simply going to be to start it up. So let's just start it real quick. Just start it up. And then... HPD's running, and then ss-nt ulp grep-i for 80. You see port 80 running, and we see it doing whatever it's doing. And then it says that you might want to turn on SC Linux. You're seeing a default Apache page. A bunch of Debian users will be doing whatever the bullshits they're doing. In my home environment here, I should be able to go 192.168.11.9, and hopefully I'm seeing Open on Demand on. I hacked the planet. That's true. In fact, their requirements were only to get to 90, and I got them to like 91.6. So that's, I felt pretty good about that. But it was, yeah, it was a hassle to get there. It was a real hassle. A lot of stuff. Let's see. He's listed on 480. Let's see. Is there some other thing I need? We're open on 480. Oh, damn it. Always firewall D, right? It's firewall D, guys. Damn it. All right. Oh, look. So here's, go to documentation. You got to set up authentication for all the options. That's how you do it. And come back here. Go to documentation. Boom. Says that following overview instructions tells you how to set up generic instructions, open on demand tutorials. I wonder if I need to, so one of the things I should be able to do here on their doc, they almost always have it, is I should be able to download all of this as a PDF. I might have to go on GitHub to do it, but this is because this is open source documentation for an open source tool. Yeah, Hack the Planet. Yeah, I would normally use that. I just wanted to hit it real quick. If I know that the box thinks it's open, and I just wanted to hit it from my Linux or my Windows machine here, yeah. So configure authentication for the Apache instance. So then they said that you do that, installation will not move forward without that. So I need to figure that piece out. Configure Apache authentication. Okay. I don't think I'm going to have that because I'm not using Red Hat. But we can go look. Oh, we do have Red Hat. All right. On demand. CD to... What else we got in here? Okay. Etsy, HTTPD. In this case, I'm probably going to have, it looks like Nginx, and then here conf.d, and maybe not. 11 Nginx. That's Apache, so we don't want Apache apparently. We want... I'm not going to have any of this access because I don't know what their users are going to look like yet. So I'm going to have to do... Let's see what's going to be the easiest way to do this. I don't have Keycloak in the environment. I don't want to go that route. Hold on, let's see if they just have... Etsy, yeah, we're not running... Yeah, they don't have that in here, so... my options are... root, Etsy. go see if there's another. Where are we at? On-demand route Etsy. Nginx. Let's see what Nginx got going on. Nothing in here. Nothing in there. We got anything for Nginx? Funny how both of these just send you to the documentation no matter what. I'm interested in Dex for this reason. I don't have LDAP yet, but I think they're going to go to LDAP. So, I wonder if I can just turn on Dex and get it to work. But see, I don't have a configuration for their LDAP, so that won't be usable yet. I wonder if I can just do. Alright, so we could try that. I'm gonna have I have NFS access, not NSF. Shit. No open on-demand functionality is available without authentication. That's fair, but I need to. I have to look into that. Yeah, I'm on an environment that doesn't. It has an Active Directory, but we won't be on it yet. So I've got to set it up without Active Directory. I could at least get the on the minimum. I'm going to get the software on there for them, but I would like to carve the rest of this up. So it's very possible that I'm going to have to do something with this. I'm going to go grab it. I'm going to see if I can get this on GitHub. Let's go to GitHub, and here's all their code. Will they let me? A lot of times they'll just let you download. Pretty sure I can just go scrape this. I'll figure out how to do that later, but that's not a big deal. All right, so we got that installed, and that's good for that part for now. I'm going to take that as a note here to figure out. So install, good. Setup, so authentication, figure out. 3, happy dance. No, actually 3 is I have to then carve requirements for environment. So they have specific environments requirements, so I have to carve those up as far as like. So what Open On Demand lets you do is it allows you to give slices of your cluster to users that log in. They can use like Jupyter On Demand, they can use like RStudio, they can use like MATLAB, and they can have a desktop right in the web browser. It's a super slick tool. If you guys haven't played with it, like a lot of big colleges and things they'll use it to give like the student researchers and even like professor researchers access to big high performance compute clusters. And they can go do stuff. Romd is like 4 setup and config steps. Might be able to leave with the SA. Yeah. Actually, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Let's go back here. Let's go to here and then go look at that. I probably could set up something quick. But this is a little bit more for me to research and get on there, because again, I wouldn't have want to found this on Tuesday when I'm out there. I want to find it now so I can get as much past all of this stuff as I can, and then basically I'll have like a faster run up to it. So okay, so that's in my notes here. Let's go down to, let's look at this other tool, which is also going to be a lot. This is the XD mod, and let's go look at what XD mod wants us to do, which is, there's way more software requirements here. But let's see if we can't get XD mods set up. Linux distribution set for that, that's fine. We're on Rocky 8, so we're going to be doing this. And when we go to download each of these pieces, we're going to make sure that we keep our packages local. So one of the things I did here is, let's go back to var cache DNF. I moved out all of the RPMs that were in here, right? All the ones that we wanted. So we're going to do this same thing where we want to reset Node.js. I don't know why I need to do that. Module install Node.js. So we're going to just make sure that we have all of the requirements in here, and then we're going to save them off to this other thing. So we're going to make a directory in root called XD mod, right? And then we'll make a directory in there called root XD mod. I know I could have done this in one command. RPMs, so we can put all the RPMs in there as well. At SSD, for qualified domain name false, remove, then. Yep. Yeah, I remember setting up SSD. I haven't set that up in a while, but that's such a good tool. I used to use it to replace the old Windbind and Kerberos solutions that a lot of people go for. These are just the requirements here. Oh, more MySQL I gotta go set up. That's always fun. MySQL's not that big of a deal. It's just a little more hassle you gotta go deal with. Alright, does not work with CentOS SC Linux. That's funny. That's the last thing they tell you. That's one of the first things they should tell you. You can't run SC Linux and run this. So that's funny. Most nodes, you'll have a problem, or most secure facilities are going to have a problem with that. But okay, so what I need to know then is why. I get that it requires this software, but I would think that they would have the exact steps right here in Rocky 8 Plus, just like they have the steps up here. So there's your CentOS 8, there's all your packages, whatever. But for Rocky 8, they only show these. Oh, man. Yeah, Hack the Planet. Actually, I've been meaning to do some auth with Red Hat and kind of learn their little tool, whatever that tool is they have. They made it free. It used to cost per node, but now it's free. It's called oh shoot, I forget what it's called. But oh guys, I got to get off of here soon too, because Pessa and his wife is coming over. Well, Michael Pessa, one of our guys, he was on here earlier, and he's coming to talk. Remember Saturday we've got a big group coming. We got all these people coming to talk, and it's our 10-year anniversary of the Professional Linux Users Group. 5 years on Discord that we've been doing. We're just gonna have 2 days of talks from people that are in the industry. Yeah, Robodom, they're bringing over Indian food actually, which is funny. We did Indian food last night, but I didn't tell them that. We'll do Indian food twice in a row. That's fine. All right. Here's all the stuff. which is fine. It's just interesting to me that like they don't have in their install right here. You would think right here there would be, here's the software requirements, and then they would have like a very simple, you know, just like this, push all the buttons. But I guess it's fine that they don't. I don't even see where their software's installed. Where the hell do you get XD mod at? Oh, here's an installation guide. All right, hold on. Do RPM installation guide. Let's see if they can tell us how to do. So here's our XD mod, and this will be after we've got all the requirements. That's fine. Shred data, whatever that means, and then reload that. All right. The interesting thing about this is I may have to put this, if this wants to do all the same stuff in the same Apache instance as the other one, instead of using HTTPD, I might have to use one like HTTPD on demand and make that its own service, and then I might have to make so HTTPD might be one service on one, or on demand, and XD mod on, you know, I got to spread the service. You can't use the same Apache probably for both of them, obviously. So it's like, it's one of these things where you got to do that. OpenShift proof of concept for Red Hat and Tyson's. Is that like the chicken place, Hack the Planet? The reason I ask is because there's a couple chicken places out here in Phoenix. Daft Duck, for the doc, just take the code, zip file. Maybe he said I keep cache for Yum. Yeah. I definitely should do something like that. Let me go back here. It's so weird that these are all individual like this. Like, I would have thought that they would have had, I don't know. So let's do this real quick. Let's try this on the system. So we're doing XD mod now. We're going to go back to this, and we're going to go look at, will our system out here find all the requirements? So I'm going to do a DNF install this XD mod. I don't know where XD mod is kept, but we'll see. We're going to use a similar command to this from earlier. Let's go up a few times. Up a bunch of times. So we're going to resolve and do all deps for just this guy. We're going to get that install off of there. And let's see if we can get everything that XD mod needs. Or do we need to go find, is it in an EPEL, is it something else? So there's no package for that. So I need to find what package that may be in. RPM package is. So where do we find? They're saying Yum install that, but where do I get it? This out there somewhere? Let's go check. You're probably right. Yeah. I would think that we would have. I don't see anything that tells me I got to change my repo in any way, but you're probably right. Oh, is that its own command, or just in the? CRB enable. Oh, power tool. I thought I had power tools earlier. Oh, that's fine. I don't care. Let's hold on. Let's go back to where I was. Yeah. Because I want to run this out of here. Let's see. Exiting due to strict setting. Let's try XD mod but without any of the extra stuff. Let's just see if we can just get XD mod. Not a specific version. What do they have? They just say to install it. They just throw you right out there. Just yum whatever install. That's not. There's a setup. Create admin user. I can do all that stuff. I do want to. I'm going to save this page though. But okay. That's fine. I will need this page. Yeah, this is weird. They just drop you in like this, like, oh, that's gonna work anywhere. No, that's gonna work if you have the XD mod software. So GitHub open on demand. This is XD mod. I'm getting them mixed up now. Let's go see. They're in LGPL. That's good. Let's go look. All files. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, those commands are all cool. And this is supposed to work with Open On Demand, so that's good. Open On Demand. Yep, that's terrible. That's like being run in a circle. All right, guys, I do have to get off of here. Let's go find somebody to raid. There's probably somebody going on, doing something. I might be on later, but I appreciate everybody coming by. I appreciate all the help working through that stuff. Hack the Planet. That was a good. I need to make my little Kings to You thing for everybody. You know, for people that kind of help out with stuff like that. I used to have this little award that I would give people, but yeah, let's go find somebody to raid real quick, and then I got to get off of here. But let's see who's on. Who am I following that's online right now? Let's go over. Rob's driving around. Robitech's doing so. Let's go to Sid. I don't know if any of you guys like Sid. Sid does some pretty cool stuff with systems, and it looks like he's playing guitar right now, so that's cool. But he's a sound engineer. He's also out of Phoenix too, so we'll go raid over him. And I appreciate you guys coming by Saturday and Sunday.